Welcome back to the farm, everybody. We have made it to year 8. We're in March. It is time to get into the field and start doing some field work, but first we spend money because we have it. We've got to spend it. So I've decided that instead of leasing, I'm going to go ahead and outright buy a combine. I was looking at these Ideal 9Ts, but I found a mod for a Gleaner S98. Now this is one that was converted over from Farming Simulator 17, so I don't know how exact it's going to be, but we're going to give it a shot. We're going to give it a tuned engine. We're going to keep the crawler tracks on there. We're going to give it the ideal harvester sign. We're going to give it a 700 bushel tank. And we're going to give it GPS. And for $287,000, we now have a combine. So let's go look. The first header that we're going to need is a grain header. Now, if I remember correctly, yeah, there's some fit Dynaflexes. There's a 40-footer. It's probably what I'm going to go with. But I wanted to double check and see if there's a fit version of any of these Dynaflexes that come with the built-in trailer. And if not, that's fine. I could try to go with a Honeybee for $174,000, but not trying to spend that much money on a header. Not going to go 24-foot. That's 30-foot. No shit. There we go. Titan Draper. I think that's what we're going to go with because it comes on its own trailer. $72,000. So let's do some color changing here. Let's see. Okay, so we can make that part black. Let's find some black here. We'll make the back of the frame black. We'll leave the sides gray. I think that looks good as it is. So $72,000. We now have a header. There is one more thing I want to purchase today. Oops, and I went to the wrong category. Before we get into the field, I'm going to try to give you, so the last couple of episodes, I've tried to get like an entire year into one episode, and after putting everything together, I really wasn't a fan of that. Oh, did I not add it here? Okay, I'm going to get, well, I guess I could just go with the seed runner. It's already here. Yeah, we're going to get a seed. There was a different version of a cart that I had here, but let's see. Gooseneck. Capacity. Unreal. Let's do it because we can. Let's have some fun. Let's make our tender hold 500 bushel of seed. That sounds great. Let's go Massey Ferguson red. Let's go with a black frame. We'll stick with the gray cover. And there we go. We now have ourselves a seed tender that's going to hook up to our F350 here. I don't think I've shown this off. I've had it for a few years, but we do have our F350 7.3 Power Stroke over here. So now we're down to $152,000. So let's go do a quick update. See, you saw in the entry so you see here right now that normally the top price of pizza is $80.64. You saw, and of course it says the high price is in March, which makes sense that I ended up selling it in February because I ended up selling it for $82.24. So I sold the pizza for almost $200 above the normal max price. We are going to have the butter popcorn probably here sometime in March or April. That's going to be ready to go. We still have the sweet cornbread. And then we still have the close up here for May. So we'll still have a good amount of money to get us through. Whether or not it'll give us the $310,000 we need to buy Field 30, I don't know, but it would be nice to get that purchased this year. Or I don't know that we'll get to $554,000 to get that one. So that's where we're at. Let's go get in the Challenger. So what I've done, and now you can see everything is sitting here. There's the combine, there's the tender, there is the header should be over here. So everything has been delivered. What I've done is I've gotten I think this is a 30-foot sunflower field cultivator attached with a 30-foot sunflower roller here on the back. So a 50-35 field cultivator and a 70, what did I just say, a 70-32 roller. So that's what we're going to use. If I can get my fat booty back through here. Oh, there we go. No. No, 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 no. Do I got to go this way? Got myself stuck on all the shanks there. All right. We'll go back around this way. And we will jump in the Challenger. And we will... Oh, helps if you turn it on. And we'll get to work. You'll see there's the Landau VT that is still hanging out here. And then, of course... well, not of course. We purchased a new plow over the winter, so we have a Case IH Eco-Till or Ecolo-Till. I can't remember exactly what they're called. But it's sitting right there. So now we're going to go up here and we are going to cultivate and roll this field and get it ready for corn. I'm going to zoom my camera out a little bit just so I can make sure I get everything here. Let's unfold the roller. And I will go ahead and drop that down. And then let's unfold the cultivator. And let's see here. Let's do some GPS here. You're just going to have to deal with the lines here while I do the headlands, because I think what I'm going to do is we're going to try to do a 15-degree angle here. Probably a little bit more than a 15-degree angle, but that'll work. So now let's drop the cultivator and let's get to work. Let's see if this, see how well this goes. What are we going to get out of this? 8 miles per hour? That's not bad. And you'll notice, since this is the first time I'm using the cultivator, you'll see down at the bottom right over there, you say it's at 0.1 acres. So I'm going to get an exact number on just how big this field is that we've created here. I think this episode we're just going to do some of the cultivating, maybe some of the planting, but I'm not going to bounce around and do an entire year on one episode. I want to get you more than a minute worth of actual farm work footage at a time. So I might actually time lapse this one and speed it up and let you guys have some fun with this. But I wanted to get all the way around to the other side. I ended up, you can't see it from here, I don't know if you can see it on the map, but I ended up coming in the over the winter and leveling out this drainage ditch that was over here between these two fields. I didn't level it out, but I smoothed it out, and then I made that go all the way through. So we don't have that little lip there anymore. And I'm thinking that when we buy field 2 over there, I'm going to make this road now go all the way through, and then all of this stuff that's over here will then become part of field 2. just to make it easier to do some straight rows on the field that's going to be our main cornfield, but that's yet to be decided. I haven't really figured that out yet. Oh, that's nice. Since I'm actually using a roller, it's getting rid of my rocks. Well, how about that? Getting rid of the rocks. Figured something out. Well, that was a good decision. So we're going to continue going all the way around the outside here. And I think I'm going to go ahead and find some music for you and give you guys 3 or 4 minutes of time lapse of me cultivating the large cornfield, and then we'll probably come back and give you a time lapse of planting. going on 96 acres later. We are almost done. But looking at the fact that this took almost an entire day just to do this one field, we're probably going to have to go back and look at getting a second tractor. I already have my eyes on what I want to do next, and I'm actually looking at this Fendt Vario 900. I don't think I'm going to get another Challenger MT 800. I'm looking at this Fendt Vario 900. Maybe eventually up to a 1000. But I'm looking at this Fendt Vario 900. That could probably pull the planter, maybe even the cultivator. I'm obviously going to need to get a little bit more horsepower because even the Challenger here is struggling a little bit on these hills. But we're going to get this last pass completed here, and then it should be time to go into town and check the prices. If I remember right, we have cornbread, sweet cornbread, pumpkin pie, and popcorn that should all be hitting their top prices sometime here at the end of March, beginning of April. So after we have all of that sold off, we will see if we have the ability, if we're going to have enough money to go ahead and go out and get that second tractor now instead of waiting until next year, because I still have to cultivate the sugar beet field across the road and get started on planting. The sugar beets have to be planted before the end of April. The corn can go into May, but I'd like to get it in sooner rather than later because May or June is probably going to be about high time to get the first cutting of alfalfa out to. But we're going to get the rest of this cultivation knocked out, run into town, and sell off some of our products, and we will finish this episode up in April by getting the planter into the field. Guess we'll have to wait and see which tractor we use for that, but it looks like this field is gonna come out somewhere around 97 or 98 acres, so we are gonna have plenty of dry corn ready for us this year. We get this finished and we'll be back in April. Alright, we have made it to April, and as you can see, we have enough money to get our tractor. So let's go in here and get our Fent Vario. And if we have enough money left over, there's one other thing I'm going to do while I'm in here. Where are you at? We're going to go. We decided we're going to go with the 900. I'm going to go ahead and go with 415 horsepower just because I can. Let's see. Let's go Michelin. And all duals with weights. That works. We don't need chrome. We don't need chrome. Beacon light, yes. Rear fenders, wide, exhaust pipe black. We'll stick with that. Interior options, I really don't care about that stuff. GPS, yes. No. We're gonna go with stock. Let's see, can we put we do have enough money to put the, what this Iceria Pro is, it actually helps detect the information in the soil for using the precision farming. So I think we're gonna stick with that. We have the money, let's do it, right? Space, okay. Buy it, $363,000. And you'll notice no delivery fee because we're gonna have to go into the dealership to pick this up. Now let me get back out and look. We still have $200,000 left, so there was one more thing I was gonna look at, and we're gonna go borderline on the unrealistic with this if I have the money. So I have the ability. This is a mod called the Kinsey Multi-Fruit Planter, but somebody's actually taken this mod to where you can do all the crops with it, but they've also modded it so it holds up to 17,000 gallons of fertilizer. I don't think we're going to go that far with it, but this one here holds more and it's cheaper and it'll let you go 30 miles per hour in the field. I think I'm going to counter that by setting the cruise on my tractor, but we're going to go with this one and I'm going to show you why as long as we have enough money. So we have standard planter, we have roller. That's interesting. So it'll work as a roller. You can make it work as a mulcher and a roller. So you can plant and roll at the same time for an extra $1,000. We might go ahead and do that. Here, I can actually, I think I can change this to Fent, even though it's based off of a Kinsey. I can change it to Fent and make it look like a Fent Momentum. So I think that's what we're going to do. We'll put a couple of rear lights on there. We'll put some US warning triangles on there. Do I need a beacon? Sure, we'll put an orange LED beacon on it. Why not? Rear hitch. No, there's not going to be any reason to hook anything to the back of it. I think I'm going to keep it at standard capacity though, which is 10 yards. If I go to unrealistic, it'll hold 130 yards. I'm going to keep that part as at unrealistic. So now there should be. I know the Fent Momentums are more of a gray. I don't see the Fent gray as one of the options. So we'll just, we'll do that. The tank. I'm trying to think. I feel like the tanks on the Fent Momentums, I don't think they're green. I think they're white. We'll do a little bit of a silver there, and then the steps on the back, we'll make those black. Keep the rims white. Actually, you know what? Is Fent green an option down here? There we go. We'll make the rims Fent green just because we can. And our final tally there is $154,000. So we have us a new planter now, which also means that I can go in here and sell the white and get $75,000 back. And we're still over $100,000. Now we have money to buy seed. So I am going to go ahead and jump into the pickup and hook up to the tender and go to the town because I'll have to get seed as well. So actually, let me go ahead and purchase that quick. I gotta remember how much. I think didn't I do unrealistic capacity on this? It holds 567 bushels. Okay, so let's get some seeds here, and let's go ahead and get. That's 227 bushel. So we'll go ahead and buy 16 of those. We're going to jump into the pickup now and run to town and fill up the tender. And while we're there, we will pick up the tractor and then we will finish up this video with some planting as we are in spring of year 8 here on the farm. Let's get some seed in the ground. I did stop at the repair trigger, and I did change the rims on the planter from Fent Green to Fent Red. Just looks better, and I think that's the way they actually are. I don't know. I didn't actually look up any Fent momentums, but I feel like the red looks more natural than the green on there. So now the moment of truth is our GPS gonna work? Yes, it is. So let me get lined up here on the edge of the field first before I try to do anything. And let's do, okay, we got that, so let's set A. Let's drive forward for a little bit. I realize the planter's probably going to be hanging over here on this first pass through, but that's alright. Menu, set B. Alright, oh, I'm actually not off by that much. Alright, so now let's turn this bad boy on. Let's get backed up here. Like I for some reason I couldn't get my fertilizer production to empty into here, which is fine. We have a best way pull behind spare that we can use to cover the ground after the fact at a pretty good pace, so we should be fine there. Let's get the GPS set. Let's start driving forward here. Let's drop this bad boy down and let's put some seeds in the ground. There we go. I might go ahead, I forgot that I did that, so let's go ahead and set the cruise here to a little bit more realistic pace. 10 might even be a little unrealistic, but it's not as unrealistic as planting at 30 miles per hour. So we're gonna knock this out real quick, and that will probably be it for our spring episode here. I gotta figure out, so I'm gonna have what was it, 97, 98 acres of corn here. So now I need to decide, do I just want to go straight here and not plant this little nook over here, or do I just go ahead and take advantage of all the land that I have for now, plant it all, and I can come back and do the rest later? Because what I'm going to do is, once I have enough money to buy the field next to us here, I'm going to just make this go straight through, and then the little bit that's here to the left, I'll plow up that grassland and make that part of that other field over there. Got some plans for that. I was just looking, I was like, why is my planter texture the way it is? But I have this planter working as a roller too, which is going to be great. Like I said, a little bit unrealistic, and I did already roll it once with the roller that I pulled behind the cultivator, but got rid of the rest of our rocks there. But rolling is one of the things that will increase our yield. So now, not only are we using variable rates, we're using cultivation, we're using rolling, and we're going to use fertilization. So we should now be set at where we can maximize our yields, which is definitely something we're looking forward to. You know what, I'm curious about something. I'm going to drop down this marker over here, because this is something that I've noticed in the game before, so I'm going to just do a little bit of experiment here. Whenever I do it with the markers, it seems like the track that the marker leaves you is not actually dead center on the tractor. So we're going to get a little experimentation and tutorial here with you guys when we plant this corn, at least on one more pass through the field. This planter looks nice. A Kinsey made to look like a Fendt Momentum behind our Vario 900. We have made it to the modern times here on our Through the Years series. Still got a couple more things I want to do, so we're not quite done, but we're getting to that point to where I'm gonna have to start thinking about what I want to do next as far as videos, because this series is probably slowly getting to its finishing point. We'll see. We'll see. I still have plans to possibly get almost to at least to year 10. There's a couple more things I want to do with the additional land that we want to buy. So there's some additional things I still want to show you guys. So, all right, let's see now. Oh, that's actually pretty close. But you can see there the GPS line is not perfectly centered on the line that our marker left for us. So the marker isn't perfect, and you can see right there it's already shifted from, well, the GPS line is already shifted from the right edge of the track of the marker line to the left edge, and now up here it looks like it's switching back. So you can see that, you know, the ridge markers aren't perfect in this game. For those of us that like to play old school, it's good enough. If you're not straight, the game's gonna make your rows straight anyway, unless you download some of the new mods that are made for row crop ready, and then your crop actually follows the path. So if you don't plant straight, then your rows aren't straight. But anyway, we're gonna continue to mush along here, getting all of this corn in the ground. And then we have to go across the road and put the sugar beets in too. But we are in year 8, and I think, honestly, I told you guys earlier, I wasn't happy with the last few episodes where I was jumping around and getting an entire year into one video, where I was basically giving you like 5 or 6 different 3 or 4 minute segments all mushed together. So we're gonna do spring and fall here for year 8. Might do the same thing for year 9. I haven't decided yet. But we're gonna get this corn in so that we can maximize our profits, because I think we will have more than enough corn here to maintain our cornbread and popcorn through the next season, which will leave us a lot of dry corn that we could sell off for profit. So definitely looking forward to that. Stay tuned. That'll be closer to year 9 when that happens, but things are moving along well. As always, thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to make a comment if you want. Like the video, so I'll stay in your suggestions. Also, drop click on that notification bell and subscribe to the channel, and you'll get all my videos. But as always, thank you for watching, and we will catch up to you next time when we are in the fall of year 8.